Hello, good evening, and welcome to Into the Jaws of Death, episode 12. We come to you from various countries of the world, including England, Wales, and the United States. If you have not seen us before, there are 11 episodes before this one, and before that, 2 whole seasons. But not on YouTube, sadly. But at some point we may do a what has come before, kind of as a tableau with some pictures. But for now, our party has recently the sounds of battle are probably still echoing in the town square, and the party have just had a bit of a victory. So we finished a battle in the last session. Would you like to, as our resident scribe and note taker and the one who actually writes things down, would you like to give us a slightly more in-depth recap, Kevin? Or
Okay.
would you please, I should say?
Oh, all right. Well,
you.
we go back a couple of sessions. We were in the nearby university library, and we did a bit of research there. We got some names of the gnome assistant of the mage that was doing all this research into Mechanus, and we triggered some traps there. But afterwards, we were told that while we'd been away, that the nearby garrison had been restocked, remanned, and they were going to go back to the nearby town of, and I just can't find the name of it, Kostroma, that's it. But he decided to make it a bit of a game, and if we defeated the foes there, he allegedly said he would leave it alone and it would basically be ours. So we got there as soon as we could, as once we were physically fit and able. We saw that there were several quite nasty squads in this village or town. We chose our location, and through sort of hitting one group to split them apart, took another one out fairly quick after, and was able to grind out the remaining 2 squads as they converged on us quite nicely. And there were also 2 gnomes overseeing the entertainment on these weird floating discs. And when we killed those, the discs went a little bit awry and started circling above us until they crashed. And then after that, we met up with the remains of the town that were hiding in the basements. They identified a ring that we've been carrying around that Borin is now in possession of, the ring of engagement. And from now we're licking our wounds and taking a breather before we, hopefully, if this is now safe, we can press forward and see if we can liberate more of this area for our lovely King Deep.
Indeed, thank you for that. So, I am going to quickly show our viewers at home, if there are any, our world map. So, these are the lands of Pentagon, lorded over by the famous dwarf clan of Pentagon, of which one of our characters, Deep, played by Nate, is one of the last survivors of the family. They live in this mountain, or used to. They were driven out in years past. But yes, this is the town recently taken by our party, who are known as the Crimson Dirks. And so we are, as Kevin pointed out, ready to press forward. So I am going to move you back to the basement where you were when we last left you. Here it is. So this is the basement of what used to be a public house, and the would-be leader of the the Kostroma kind of resistance, the survivors, is a half dark elf called Fira, who has so far been pretty helpful. I think that Kararuk would like to chop her head off, but
Yeah.
you're not supposed to agree with me. That was supposed to be a joke. But yes, there you are. She did previously offer to help you with any supplies you needed. So if there's anything you need, then now is the time. They are not likely to have much in the way of military supplies or weaponry, but they've said that anything that you want, if they have it, if it is in their gift to give it to you, then they will. I've taken the liberty of long resting you all. But yes, fire away. Is there anything that you need? Anything you want to ask them about?
Let's see. Well, we've. I know I've used a potion of healing. Has anybody else?
I don't believe I have. But if you're just going to make sure of stocks and provisions, I'm going to go back outside and just see to it that none of those undead creatures rises again. And I'm just going to go up, sort of spend a few minutes outside, zapping the living hell out of all of these to prevent anyone picking up one of those mecha hearts after what happened previously.
Very sensible.
Did you say we did a long rest?
Yeah. Yes.
Has a new day started?
Let's say yes.
You know what's coming now.
I tell you what, you're about to roll the dice for your Ring of the Ram. I've actually already topped you up to 3 because.
Oh.
Hey, you've also done the same for my Staff of Fire as well.
Indeed, yes. I've been playing about. Before I forget, there are a few things that I want to show you, which I have been working on. But yes, I'd say rations, fill them up to 10. I know that Deep tends to use a cleric spell that allows you to summon food out of the air, but the townsfolk insist on you taking food with you if for some reason, in case for some reason you can't. So you all have 10 rations. They're happy to provide you with any ammunition, to kind of top up your quivers and stuff like that. Is there anything specific that you would like to take with you from this place?
I can't think of anything. To be honest, I think we need to leave these people with as much as they have.
Did we determine what was at the end of the cave?
Not as yet. Not as yet. But you may discover that before too much longer.
Well, are we going down into the cave, or are we ready to head north?
Well,
Didn't we pile the cave back up again?
Say it again?
Didn't we block it back up again?
Oh, yeah.
I swear me and Deep closed it back up.
All right. Oh, well, it's open again now. They have decided to take the dark gnomes at their word. Fira says to you, so where are you planning to head next, my friends?
Do we want to go to the fortress, or do we want to go to Mount Pentagon?
Well, the fortress is on the safe road, as far as I can tell.
Yes, well, the fortress is definitely closer than Mount Pentagon, so you will definitely come across it first. But if you follow the road, which loops around a long way towards the fortress before reaching the city of Pentagon at the foot of the mountain. There is like a woodland that blocks the direct path from Kostroma to the fortress, but this is something that has not previously been mentioned, which I tell you now. The tunnel at the end of the caves here, which we had planned to expand into, it actually leads out to the northeast, and if you follow the caves in the correct direction and do not get eaten by Grix, then you can skip under this densely packed woodland, and that will bring you to the fortress more quickly and more safely than if you were to travel over the ground. But if you wish, you can follow the road, or even pass through the woods. But it is incredibly difficult to pass through these woods. There is not space to walk a horse between the trees, let alone a great beast like Chewbacca.
Sounds like a challenge to me.
Well, I leave the choice with you, Deep. This is your homeland. Do you want to try and approach with a little bit of subterfuge and go through the tunnels, or we can go direct through the forest, or we can take the pathway?
Let's go through the tunnels. As much as I want to trumpet my presence that I'm returning, these gnomes are treacherous, and we should try to get every advantage on them we can.
And we have an expert scout in Calrook, so we should be fine in these tunnels.
Yeah, I'm not very good at scouting in tunnels. I'm more of a sort of overland in the forest kind of guy. we know this.
Yeah. So, Fira explains to you. She says, "I mean no offense, my lord, but I wonder if you would mind if I explain what this fortress used to be. I'm sure you know, but very well. The fortress used to be the southern outpost of House Pentagon. There were many soldiers and cavalrymen and also armorers and blacksmiths. It was an incredibly well-resourced military outpost, which was designed to keep the southern towns safe in case of incursions by enemies from the south. But it has fallen silent, and its chimneys have no longer puff out smoke. It has yes, it fell silent some years ago, and there has been no word since. We do not know what has happened, whether anyone there is alive, but we tend to think the worst.
Well, I'm a proponent of optimism, so we'll go in there and we'll bring back everyone we can.
Excellent. I am glad that you are so enthusiastic.
If the forges need lysing there, trust me, I can get them a litz.
Excellent. So, is there any gear that you need? Any stuff?
Couple of lanterns.
Lanterns? You don't need lanterns. You've got dark
I
vision.
do, yeah. Well, no, I know I've got dark vision. Is everyone else okay in the night in tunnels?
Other than chew bacon, if you really want to get technical, we're all good.
Okay, that's fine. I just feel really uncomfortable about trusting the word of these little demonic gnome people just to leave this town alone?
Well, if they don't, we'll come and stomp their heads in. So
Okay. I would suggest then to the townsfolk people, if they come back, look, up there is certain death and destruction, so grab all the stuff and people you can, head down this corridor and down this tunnel, seal it up behind you, and meet us at the end, and we'll probably have made the castle at the end safe for you if anything like that happens.
Oh yes, this is a good plan. Yes, we will do this. If they should come back, we will disappear down the tunnel like a rat into a drain pipe. It will be just like that. Yes. You can have some lanterns if you want them.
Nah. Well, they'll need them. I just didn't know who could see in the dark.
Cool. So,
I heard then.
So I just want to point out to you a couple of things. So what have I done? Some things you will notice when you use them, but particularly for Char, I have been working the last couple of days on making scripts that automatically cast at the correct spell level for warlocks, but because Kevin's very awkward, he has more than one way to cast a fireball and more than one way to cast burning hands. And
who gave me the item?
Yes, it is entirely my fault. But basically now you have buttons for Staff of Defense and Staff of Fire. What I would love to have done is make it so that you got a little drop down pop up on the screen, but I couldn't make that work. So basically, if you click Staff of Defense, then you'll get two buttons pop up in the chat.
Yep.
One which is Mage Armor, one which is Shield. And if you click on those, then it will do that.
Okay.
And it should automatically take a charge off your staff.
Yes, it has.
The same thing for Staff of Fire. It should bring up. I think it probably it has more abilities possibly than I have given it, but.
Well, yeah, because it's missing the Wall of Fire there, but
yeah,
that's not.
I don't know of any way to kind of apply that as a power card, but so yeah, you've got Fireball, Burning Hands, Mage Armor, and Shield on your staffs, but you also have Burning Hands and Fireball as token actions, and Hex as well. So those ones will take your spell slots.
Excellent.
Whereas the ones on Staff of Fire and Staff of Defense will deduct them from your other things. So that should make it marginally easier for you to manage your thingamajigs.
It wasn't too much of a problem, but it was good to have that little chat the other day just to highlight any improvements you wanted. So
and it's
all good.
And Hex you can the drop down will allow you to specify whether you are moving it or casting it as a bonus action, in which case it will not take a spell slot. So you can use the button for Hex and it will apply the token marker and put it in the chat and everything.
Yep, I see that, yep.
But yes, so that is that. Other things, I don't want to spoil the surprise, so I will let you discover those things as they happen. But yes, I am going to go to the overland map. Let's see. Obviously, I want you to go to the fortress, so I'm not going to be so callous as to make you do a survival check to see if you can find the way. Because
we've got two dwarfs, and I'm in the profession of mining. I think we're good.
Yeah. So you cover. You travel under the forest, missing out dangerous overland locations.
More owlbears.
Yeah, more owlbears. Owlbears everywhere here, but you find your way to the fortress. The
Is
fortress.
there anything big, monstery kind that I can kill with my axes?
Say it again.
Anything big creature type that I can kill with my axes?
No, you are fortunate on the way.
Ah.
Yeah, that's
Unfortunate.
because I redid the map and didn't do it quite the same way. Yes, it's like Macbeth. Shakespeare reference there. How highbrow. So I'm hoping this will work. I spent ages on the light walls for this. This better work. Right. First of all, though, I'm going to go there myself, and then I'm gonna. Why does it keep on popping up there? We wouldn't want you to see that bit. Oh my God, what's going on? So, I want it to start there. Enabled. Set from current camera. There we go. So, I am going to move you to a new map. You find yourselves standing in front of a fortress. All seems to be quiet, and you see a large stone door in front of you. Would anyone like to take a perception check for me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Perception. No god. Damn.
Okay.
Oh, you need to scroll the text box down. You're just seeing the tops of the... Yeah.
Oops. Yep. Okay. Hopefully that will stay in the right place now. I'm just going to move that over to the other side of the screen so it's not in the way. And then... Okay, so Deep, Char and Borin kind of listen out to see whether they can hear anything coming from the fortress. Is that... Oh, it's a kitty cat. Is that the new one?
Yeah, that's one of
the
them.
new ones.
This is Richie.
Yeah. Where did Richie
He's-
come from?
Shelter.
Oh, I meant where did the name Richie come from, but fair enough.
Oh, it's the pair of them. This one's Richie, the other one's Eddie, because I'm a huge fan of Rick Mail.
When you said Richie and Eddie, I thought, Richie Zambora from Bon Jovi and Eddie Van Halen but obviously different inspiration there.
Yep, and that's Eddie there.
Hey Eddie, are you sure that's a cat? I just saw the rings on the tail. Maybe it's a skunk. No, skunks have stripy tails, don't they?
Yeah, and he's not a lemur either. Right, he's not allowed to walk on the keyboard, you little shit.
We may have similar things to look out for from to look forward to from my end as well soon. I don't know whether the dog will be interested in what I do in here, but Pontos is also hey there Ryan. So Pontos is also listening out. You can't hear anything from inside at the moment. Sound is conspicuous by its absence. It's
Quiet as the grave.
Quiet as the grave, almost like a held breath.
Wow.
It's a normal looking door, right? It doesn't have any of those crosses or...
Well, my elvish friend, would you like to check to see if they've left us any gifts?
Yeah. I'll walk up to the doors and check for traps.
Okay.
Should
Well,
we prep less?
Pardon?
Should we bless and prep?
The spell only lasts a minute, and until we know we're going to need it, we don't want to waste our arcane strength.
Oh, I nearly forgot. Much in the same way as Char has his staffs, Deep should be able to choose what level he casts Bless at by clicking on Bless, and they'll pop up in the chat as well.
Awesome.
I haven't managed to do Bane yet, but I'll also do Bane. I know you don't really use Bane very often, but I don't know if you've ever used it, but Bane is the opposite of Bless, but you'll be able to do that too if you want.
Okay.
So, what do you want me to roll for checking traps?
You can either do a perception roll, or you can give me an investigation roll, whichever you prefer, whichever you think you have the best chance at.
Both pretty much the same.
Okay. You examine the door, and it does not appear to be trapped.
Okay. Can I squish around the side, see if I can see anything down the sides?
So what we have here is a big kind of rocky wall, almost as if the fortress has been carved out of a giant piece of rock rather than built. But this front entrance here kind of sticks out of the bare rock here.
Okay, can I use... Finally, I actually get to use it now. No, you enemy. Where is it? Where's my history? My knowledge? Quick toss.
Are we about to get stone cunning?
Yes.
You know what? I'll assist so he gets advantage.
Cool. Okay, so history check from Borin then, with advantage because you're being assisted by Deep, who also has dwarfy powers.
I also get to double my proficiency check. I don't know how to do that.
Just roll history, and then we'll tweak it manually. Well, in our heads.
Basically, we add 3.
Yeah.
Standard, or did you say advantage?
Advantage. So that is a...
Plus, 17.
Oh, that's weird. Hold on. Are you not proficient in history? Oh, hold on. Here we go. Intelligence check related to the origin. You are considered proficient and double your proficiency bonus. Right. So actually, it's more than that because it didn't add 3 because you're not actually proficient in history. So it's 20. So you get a dirty 20, which means, yeah. What is it you actually want? What is it you actually want to know? By the way.
How to get in safely.
Okay. You look at the doors and the walls, and you recognise the very best of dwarven stone architecture. You think back to your days in dwarf school and all the things you learnt about being a dwarf, and it is your considered opinion that the best way to open this door is to open this door.
So it hasn't been tampered with then?
No, this appears to be an impressive but untrapped door.
Okay. Right on in then.
Yep, there are 2 doors. If you click the open door button, it will open them one at a time. Or you can open them both, entirely up to you.
I'm doing an Aragorn. I'm doing an Aragorn from the 2 towers. He pushes them both in as he walks in.
Cool. There we go.
Well, it looks all clear.
So you see an imposing foyer, I suppose. The ceiling is probably a good 30 feet above your heads. There's
something here. What the heck is it?
Don't panic yet.
What is that?
There are broad stone pillars that reach from floor to ceiling, and at the other end you may dimly be able to make out that there is another set of doors. I'm just going to draw out the view a bit so that more appears.
What's the smell in the air? Dead, musky, rot.
The air seems to be
The backside of true bacon.
well, that is ever present. But yes, you. The air is slightly damp. Damp and dusty. Yeah, it's dark, it's cold, it's damp. It's a bit grim.
Cool.
Grim
Shall we
and
move on?
dark.
Grim and dark,
Not
yes.
Not natural for a dwarf fortress.
Okay, so I've just moved up to this side and I'm putting my bow out because I can see something.
Yeah, you can
Yes.
see them.
I've totally lost you. Has he gone so far ahead that we can't see him?
No, he's just gone around the corner. He's right there.
Hello.
Hello.
I better make way for the main event to enter.
Are you bringing chew bacon inside? Oh yes.
yes.
Okay, I'm shielding, shield out, axe out, and I'm slowly approaching whatever the hell this is.
Okay.
Actually,
so, go ahead,
sorry.
mate.
Can I do something?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Thaumaturgy, and I'll say, Hark! Depthananor Pentagon returns to his ancestral fortress. Please, come join your king, and we shall engage in merriment.
Or combat.
Your voice echoes and booms, and you can hear it echoing away into the fortress.
Okay, that was probably not ideal.
Well,
but no,
if they didn't know we were here already, they do now.
Oh, God, I can't determine whether or not you're worse than a bucket with Pippin.
Who?
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I know what you're on about.
Okay, I'm walking up whatever the hell this thing is. Give it a poke with my axe.
So what you see is I need to make that pop up on the screen. You see a beetle, much larger than a normal beetle, but it appears to be entirely clockwork.
Is it moving?
It is moving. It's alive. It's scuttling about.
The mechas, they're in here too. God, it's infested. I don't know whether or not to attack straight away.
Maybe they'll
Blair.
let us pass.
Just electrocute them. They can't. How big are we talking? Like the size of a shoe?
Yeah, about that sort of size. Yeah, they're not massive. I mean, if they were real beetles and they were that big, you would be like, but they are, you know. They're big, but they're not that big. You know, maybe the size of a small dog at best.
Let's electrocute them.
No, hold on. I want to try to pet the one that's in front of me. Just be like, good boy.
Okay.
Ever
So
wonder how you lost
you pat the brass carapace of the clockwork beetle, and it kind of flaps its wings a little bit and kind of goes, sort of. It kind of coos a little bit.
Are they dwarven? Does it look like the animatronics are like a dwarven design?
Kill it with fire!
just making sure.
So the Kingdom of Pentagon actually made mechanical items like this, so these aren't necessarily corrupted by the gnomes.
Oh, okay. Walk on then, and just shut the door behind us.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, let's close the front door and keep going.
Oh, wait! Someone put a note on the door saying "Ignore the bugs."
I
On
think
for lunch.
if anybody's following us in here, they probably are going to be non-friendly.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Shut the door then. Bar it. Well, no, actually, no. Just think. We need to give the people a way out. Just shut it
Yeah.
normally. Okay. If we're ignoring the cricket.
Right. Carrot, do you want to scout ahead to make sure it's safe? They could have set
Yeah, of course.
anything along here, even just a simple tripwire with to alerts.
No, I can do my. I can do my stone cunning thing again. This is all dwarf work here. This is my pro. Let him do it when it's in some sort of elf woodland or something like this. This is
Whatever
my-
you say. Are you going to open the door?
I'm just going to stand back and hold as a fireball here. A nice big massive fireball. That's quite funny.
Yeah.
Go on then, Boren.
Beautiful,
Fire your dwarf.
beautiful dwarven stone doors, on hinges so expertly built that even these massive carven stone doors that are like 30 feet tall and 5 feet deep, they swing with with ease open as if they are mere oak doors in a normal house.
That's another 20. Do I can tell if there's anything been off about the way off about
Hurry
it?
up, Boren.
They
Open the doors,
they
man.
seem to be okay. They don't seem to be there for your to orchestrate your demise. They appear to be there to keep the drafts out. So,
Onward.
Oh dear.
so
What the?
this appears to be a big kind of a big reception room of some sort. There is a huge statue of a dwarf with a helmet, a shield, and an axe. It is, it's a lovely statue. There are in fact statues around it as well.
Huh.
I gotta say, when we make stuff good.
Yeah, these are kind of molded metal. Absolutely exquisite.
Sorry to interrupt you.
That's right,
I
mate.
think I see a snake wrapped around the one in the center. I'm gonna
Oh.
roll perception for that.
Oh, yeah.
That's just me carelessly covering up. I didn't create this map. I am just turning it to my purpose. So, so basically, that snake isn't there. Ignore that. That's a red
Okay.
herring. That's a red herring or a red viper, if you prefer.
Please ignore the man behind the curtain.
Any of these got plaques on them? I mean, Deep, any of this stuff is this like your granddad's or something?
Do you touch it?
I haven't touched it. I'm just looking for a plaque.
Okay.
I feel like that's a big hint not to touch it.
No. Don't take that. That's not what I meant at all. Let's see. Is there a plaque? Deep might recognise this statue. This statue here is in fact a member of his family from a couple of generations previous. He does have a similar look. He has the pentagon nose.
He definitely seems to be a bit bigger than you, Deep.
Yeah.
This is probably Deep's great grandfather or something like that, or great great grandfather.
Right, okay. So we got to the left, to the right, or straight ahead?
Huh. You know what? I want to inspect this statue a little closer. Is there anything, I can use the family connection to suss out here?
Start walking on the keyboard, dog shit.
For some reason, perception is always giving me 10.
It automatically gives you your passive perception if the dice roll is below your passive perception. So that means that you've rolled between 1 and 9, and it's boosted it up to 10 because that's your passive perception score.
Okay.
So, why is everyone hanging back? Don't be afraid.
No, I'm cat wrangling and trying to take notes. Sorry.
I didn't like. Was there a plaque?
You don't find a plaque. Oh, that's better. Everybody's there. So as you are inspecting the statues, the outer statues burst open.
Oh god damn! Oh damn it!
Oh, hello.
And yes, these statues, they look like dwarven statues. But perhaps they were just mimicking dwarven statues, because these are in fact strange clockwork creatures which have a slightly insectoid look to them.
How big?
How big? I would describe them as large. And yes, we will have some initiative, I think.
God damn
it, cat.
What set them off? I didn't touch it.
What set them off? I did.
Don't anger the DM.
So let me put these in order.
Yeah, Richard, you're being a bit of a dick now, boy.
1, 2, 3. Who am I missing? I've got Deep, I've got Pontos, I've got Borin, I've got Char. I am missing Kararook. Did you roll, Chris?
He's got 24.
Why is it not in there? I don't know why it's not in there. Why isn't it in there?
No idea.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. So that puts Kararook right at the top. And we have 4 clockwork abominations. And we have... Chewbacon acts on Pontos' turn, doesn't he? Okay, so Kararook is the first to act then.
Yep. Yes, I am.
Yeah, I'd run about here. I'm gonna run around. No, actually, I'm not, because I had my bow out from earlier from those beasts were around. So I'm just gonna use my bow on this one here. Da-da-da.
Which one? Which one? I didn't see the ping.
The one on the left side.
Ah, this one.
Yeah. So I get sneak attack.
Why? Why would you get sneak attack?
Because they were looking at the guys who went into the middle and not the guy who was hanging back waiting.
So if you were hidden, then you would get advantage, which would give you sneak attack. If Char was standing next to him, you would get sneak attack. But you wouldn't be a rogue if you weren't trying to get sneak attack at every at every opportunity. So not on this occasion, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
What? I've just got an error message. Why have I got an error message?
No specified target.
I'm excited that there's something called splatter damage.
Splatter. Go. Then, using my cunning action, I'm going to hide.
Okay.
Give me a second, I'll give you a sneak. My character sheet's taking forever to load for some reason. Stealthy as stealth can be.
Yeah, he rolls an 8. He gets a 19. Okay, so something is not working as it should, and I haven't worked out what it is yet. I was getting error messages earlier. It is very annoying. But I will work it out. On to a Clockwork Abomination who is going to march around the corner to Kararuk. And he is going to try and... Oh no, wait a minute, Kararuk's hidden. You're hidden. Okay, so he is going to... he's going to walk towards Char. But his different parts seem to be able to extend massively. So he is going to bite you from 15 feet away.
Excuse me?
He is going to bite you from 15 feet away.
I heard you the first time, I just don't agree with it.
Oh. Your agreement is not required?
Okay, yeah, and Richie does not approve either.
Okay.
Fine.
So, the Clockwork Abomination bites Char and then reaches out to slam either Pontos or Chewbacon. One for Chewbacon, 2 for Pontos. So it reaches out for Pontos. Why am I getting these error messages? What have I done to deserve this? Okay, so give me half a minute to see if I can sort this out. Because something really cool would be happening were it not for this unexpected and unexpected error here. Is it because I've spelt something wrong? Don't think so.
So, Mr. DM, we meet again.
That's weird. It's given this thing things that I didn't give it.
Well, we can play with the error message.
Yeah, it's because of this error message, it is not doing the thing
Oh.
that is the best thing I have ever done. It is the greatest achievement that I have had since I started using Roll20. I wish I could
So I
say.
assume you're childless then.
Yes. Okay, on to Char. So this worked when I was trying it out earlier. I don't know why it isn't working now.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So hopefully that sort of reach out and touch me is only in their activation, because I'm not in a nice spot here. So he's going to go 5, 10. So this one over here, was there no attack of opportunity or anything?
Where were you standing?
I was standing in that square just there. And I was there.
Oh, bloody hell. I was going to say, you're in his threat, aren't you? I hadn't even thought of that. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, this is going to be carnage. So he is going to attempt to slam you as you run away.
Mm-hmm.
So he is going to attempt to slam you as you run away. So he is going to attempt to slam you as you run away. So he is going to attempt to slam you as you run away. So he is going to attempt to slam you as you run away. So he is going to attempt to slam you as you run away. So he is going to attempt to slam you as you run away. So he is going to attempt to slam you as you run away. So he is going to attempt to slam you as you run away. So he is going to attempt to slam you as you run away. So he is going to attempt to slam you as you run away. So he is going to attempt to slam you as you run away. So he is going to attempt to slam you as you run away. So he is going to attempt to slam you as you run away. So he is going to attempt to slam you as you run away. So he is going to attempt to slam you as you run away. So he is going to attempt to slam you as you run away. So he is going to attempt to slam you as you run away. So he is going to attempt to slam you as you run away. So he is going to attempt to slam you as you Come on. Come on. There is an attribute. There is an attribute. How dare you? How very bloody dare you?
If it wants to attack me with like a nice soft cushion or a pillow or something, I'm fine with that. That's not a soft, comfy cushion, but...
Well, it's relatively soft.
Okay, and then because this thing is nicely covered in metal, I'm just going to reach out and try and zap this thing with Shocking Grasp. Would I get advantage? Because if you're fighting someone in heavy armor, you get advantage.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So I'm assuming just a big chunk of walking metal would hopefully be the same. That's fine. And we'll make it a bit of a burny one and submit.
Yay!
Nice.
That was quite low for the damage, but can't make opportunities anymore, so then I will... So 10, 15, 20, 25... I'm just going to back up and go, they hurt bad, and that'll be it.
Cool. Okay. So this one here is going to walk forwards, and he is going to breathe some fire on Chewbacon and Pontos. So that will be a DC 14 Dex save from Pontos and Chewbacon, please.
Dex save. That went well.
Oh, blimey. Okay. Yay!
The pig is agile.
What it was, Pontos stood in front and took the blow for his pig.
Yeah. So that'll be 12 for Chewbacon and 25 for Pontos. Did you just do Pontos? You just did, didn't you?
I didn't touch it. No, it just came off.
Oh. That's weird.
I'm not moving it. I just moved.
I just moved you then, because I'm trying to work out why you are... Hold on. 68 plus 82. No, hold on. 82 minus 68 is... 1, 2, that's 4. Why don't you have full hit points? What the hell's going on? You should have full hit points when you arrived. Something very odd is going on. So you should have had full hit points, because nothing had hit you yet, had it? Yes, it had! Ah! Curses! Right. I'd already hit you. I was trying to work out why you didn't have full hit points, but I'd already smacked you once and I'd forgotten. Okay. 25 hit points of damage for Pontos. Apologies.
Unbelievable.
My madness is not contagious. At least I don't think it is. Right, on to Borin.
Okay. Ooh. Right. Well, I don't really have much of a choice. Options here, do I? 2 strikes to this guy, and depending on how much damage is depending what I'll do next. Tell you what, I'm gonna use my action surge and ring of ram him. I'll expend 2 charges.
What? Ah! I don't believe it. I thought we had fixed this. I thought we had fixed this. This is so
Oh, not
frustrating.
again.
No, because this is me. Because you specifically said you had already added the charges to it.
I thought I had. For some reason, I'm changing numbers and they're changing back again. Because I had to heal you guys several times earlier. I literally had to heal you. Like I literally had to full long rest you like twice because for some reason your hit points were going back down again. So something odd is happening. Give it a go now. You now have 3 charges again, unless of course they've disappeared again, which is entirely possible given the day I'm having. So give it a try. See what happens.
I'm nervous to say now.
Me too. Hopefully it'll work. And then I won't have to bash my head on the desk. Yay!
Nice.
Oh.
So fascinating that the animation is white fluid spraying out, but
if it could be green.
Would you prefer green?
Well, I tell you what. Well, I prefer Blue Lantern style. So like a blue construct of a ram comes and punches him in the face.
Okay. You've got smoke at the moment, but I can probably change it to blue. Okay.
No.
So that was Borin action surging. So we move on. Are you going to move at all, or are you staying where you are?
No, not really. I mean, everyone else can run. I've got mine bloodied.
nice work.
Okay, on to
He's in
Pontos.
my fire. I'm pretty sure he's in my range of my longbow as well.
Yeah, everything's in range of your longbow. Okay, Pontos and Chew Bacon.
Right, let's have a look. Move over. Right, where are my buttons? Button, there we go. Huzzah, I hit.
Yay.
Jesus. Okay. One more.
Good. Now for the pig.
Now for the pig to blunder. There you go.
At least it wasn't a fumble.
Could have been worse.
Yeah. Okay, so target rich environment. So the Clockwork Abomination moves forward, ready to strike at Deep. First of all, he's going to bite. Oh, he missed. Then he's going to try and slam. Oh,
Ooh, closer. That one hit the shield.
yeah, he got a dirty 20 and still missed. Onto the other Clockwork Abomination who is standing over Borin.
Come on!
He's
on!
He's going to bite you. Bite you, he does.
Yeah.
Then he's going to slam you.
Jesus!
Yeah, these things are not messing around.
There we go. Did you see?
kissing the
It
blood.
did it. It did it.
That's
That's
what
cool.
matter is. That's cool.
Blood stain on the ground.
Maybe
That
the abominations don't splatter because they don't have blood.
They-
That's-
So the
that's cool.
error code seems to have disappeared.
Yeah, maybe it's
Probably-
working now. I don't know why it would work 1 minute and not the next, but we'll take whatever blessings we can get. On to Deep.
Okay. I was gonna heal Char, but it looks like he's in a better place, so I guess I'm gonna wail on this jerk. Yes. Oh, right.
Nice.
So maybe the splatter only works when you're hitting Boris. So just have everybody attack him.
Yep.
Okay.
Any
You know
any
what?
bonus actions?
Yeah, this might be a waste, but I'm gonna go ahead and cast Spiritual Weapon.
Oh, that's never a waste.
Okay, that's it for D.
I think I've just had an epiphany.
See a doctor about that.
Yeah. Did I? It's probably case sensitive. I wonder if I've put it in under the wrong name. No, that's the same. I don't get it. I'm going to do a hard refresh, see if that helps. This is
So
one of...
perfectly lined up for a advantage sneak attack over here.
Ah.
Carrot doesn't want that.
I'm just going to run and hide.
Don't like being underground anyway.
These things are going to take, like, it's like one. We've got one for each of us. Lovely.
Maybe that did it. Okay, on to Kararuk.
Oh. There. Oh, what's that? Yeah. Using my funky bow. Cover.
Nice.
Ooh. Sweet. And then I'm going to move back a little bit and hide. I like hiding. Come on.
Cool. So...
Just wait for my character sheet to open up again.
Is it a misspelling? What the hell is it?
I'm
I
bored.
got a 1.
Trip.
Tripped into a crack and I'm still hidden.
Oh, you might actually be still hidden as...
Maybe I'm missing value on a table or something, John.
Well, it isn't. That's the thing. It's right here in front of me. It's all there. And it was working earlier, so literally no idea why it isn't working now. And it did just work once with Borin, and Borin's exactly the same as everyone else. All set up exactly the same. So for some reason it's just not playing ball today. It's very frustrating. Okay. On to a Clockwork Abomination. Who, let's see what his passive perception is. Bum 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 bum. Oh no. His passive perception's 13.
That's a shame.
The only way you could have failed.
I'm not in his line of sight though.
Okay, something very weird is happening with Roll20 today. He is going to share the love between you. By biting Kararuk. Char. See, I've got 2 error messages then. Come on.
I don't want to take 11 damage either. I'm going to use one of my funky skills to have that.
Fair enough.
Come on. Save my character sheet. Yeah, uncanny dodge. Should have got a button.
There we go.
Ow.
Little smack for Char there. Nothing too serious.
It's adding up.
I used to have a button for uncanny dodge. Oh, there it is. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the alphabet.
It's tricky, that is.
I might see whether. Maybe I should turn off this. Maybe that will make it work. Make it work. Make it make sense. Anyway. Oh, so much for those 18 hours of my life. Maybe it was only working with. Maybe it was only working with a different browser. Onto Char.
Well, this thing's engaged me once again, and I don't like that. But I'm going to have to try and tank it a bit more. So, I'm going to try and blast the one that's engaging deep at the moment, but they will be at disadvantage. I understand that. Unfortunately.
Why is it a disadvantage?
Because you're engaging me.
Oh, okay.
Good hit.
Okay, and then I will do another one just to. The damage isn't as good as I was hoping, but. I got a 20.
And a 3.
Oh, and a 3. Okay, I was wondering why it was green. Okay, no worries. Yeah. Sorry, Deep. This thing's getting in my way.
Okay, now we're on to this one here, who is fighting Pontos and Chewbacon. So let's have a bite for the boss.
Looking at some wet egg. Oh, that probably did it.
That's a miss. And a slam for a pig.
Go, Chewbacon, go!
Then we are on to Borin.
And to do double axe to the face. And as a minor action, I'll do my second wind after this. How's everyone else doing? Why is this going down?
Why am I in so much pain?
Where's second wind? There we are. Oh, that's my turn over.
Okay, on to Pontos. Oh, nice.
Hopefully it's dead. Nope. Where is that? Jesus, how's it not dead?
It's got to be on fumes.
It is pretty badly damaged.
Come on, chew bacon, big kill.
Hey!
The pig got the first kill.
Yay.
Wow.
Right. First blood.
That was Carrick.
Okay, remember that for the end.
Okay. So, as you destroy the Clockwork Abomination,
Oh, Jesus.
it explodes, and anything within 10 feet, so that includes Chew Bacon and Pontos, is going to take a little bit of a light searing. So, that will be a 9 HP, half if you can pass a dexterity saving throw. That's you and Chew Bacon. Boom!
Sure. Sorry, for me, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Deck save, yeah. Ugh.
And the same for the pig.
Pig's a fucking ninja.
There we go. So you get a little bit burnt. The pig somehow manages to swizzle round so that you take most of the flames. He has a bit of
creates a flamethrower. Deflects it.
Then we move on to the one next to Deep, the one that missed twice in the last round. He is going to try.
Streak going.
Say that again. Keep going. Yeah. See what happens.
Keep that streak. Yeah. Keep missing, buddy. Don't fudge any rolls, please, John. Right off the old breastplate.
Damn it.
Bastard.
Protected by the magic of my shield.
Yep.
The magic of his codpiece.
Go on, then.
That's
Come
part of
on.
London. Seeing, is it Henry VIII's gigantic codpiece in the suit of armor?
Yep.
Yes! Was that? Yes! Okay. Repousse.
Passed away.
Nice. So the splatter seems to work with Borin. Whatever is up with him, he gets splatter and he gives it. The rest of us, not so much.
I don't think he's given any splatter, but he has taken some splatter.
Oh, I thought I saw some blood, like, spraying when he did that.
Oh, yeah, it does do that, but that is a different effect to the blood that appears on the floor. So this is 4. Can I have a dexterity saving throw for Borin, please?
And here we go. 18.
So you only take half damage, so that is 7. Okay. So
Love that.
let's take him out of the turn order. So Clockwork Abomination number 4 is the only one that seems to be able to do it. Everyone else is, or maybe it's Borin. Maybe it's Borin that can take it. I don't know, but it's now Deep.
Damn it. Okay.
Did it give you the opportunity to choose what level?
Yes.
Hooray! Something works.
Come on.
Did we?
We're just flailing our limbs at each other over here.
So
So-
it's the top of the round. It's 10
Oh,
p.m.
sorry.
UTC. So have you got something else? That's good. Okay.
Okay, if I stay within his threat range, can I move to there or?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing that.
Cool.
Go ahead.
I was going to say it's almost 10 p.m. on this side of the pond. So
Yeah.
let's have our break now. Back at about 10 past 10, and then hopefully I will be able to try and work out what's gone wrong with my blood splatter while you're away.
No worries.
Cool.
Yep. See you guys in 10 minutes.
Indeed.
Being done. Cool.
Hello and welcome back for part 2, where I have spent 15 minutes trying to work out what was wrong, only to find that it is something really strange that I could never have found except by complete chance. Still, anyway.
Holding your display isn't up on our screens.
Who? What? Ah,
Your display.
right.
Your camera's off.
Okay. Let me fix that. Here we go. Now you should be able to see me.
Okay.
And you guys will be back
My
in.
advice is also zoom in a bit.
Do what?
Zoom in a bit.
Zoom in a bit on what?
So the square is a bit bigger.
What square?
The battle square.
Right, okay. Sorry,
No.
I missed what you said. So here we go. We'll zoom in a bit so that we can see it. So
Yeah, there you go.
there we go. Hopefully that looks a bit better. So so is everybody back? Apart from okay, Nate's back. Are you there, Chris?
Yeah, I'm here.
Excellent. And are you there, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just going to be on mute because my dog's being a pain in the ass.
Oh,
Perfectly honest.
I'm looking forward to being similarly plagued soon.
Oh, you're getting another dog?
Indeed, we are getting a Malamute rescue.
Oh, wow. Small dog.
Well, she's actually
Yeah.
small. She's actually smaller than our last dog.
Oh, really?
She's a tiny little Malamute. She must have been the runt of the litter or something, because she's not that big. I mean, she's quite chunky, but she's only the size of a small horse. A very small horse. No, she's not very big. She's not very big for a Malamute. She probably weighs 30 kilos plus though. So I'm not looking forward to having to try and get her into the bath, but you know, that'll.
Well, you won't need much water.
What's that?
You won't need much water with the displacement.
Yeah. True. I'll just put an inch of water in the bottom, and the dog will step in, and it will fill the bathtub. Right. Anyway, you're up, Kararook, and you should get some blood splatter now.
Sweet. Okay.
What a shame that the surprise was spoiled by error messages.
No worries. Do I still get sneak attack and advantage against the one that's Deep's got engaged in?
Are you hidden?
You
Yeah.
only got a 12, didn't you, for the
Yeah,
stealth?
I got
So
12.
you're not hidden from that guy. So, being as you are not hidden from him, you don't get advantage, but you do get sneak attack because Deep is engaging him. So your sneak attack, yes. Advantage, no.
Yeah. I've not had the option for advantage, but I missed it anyway.
Never mind.
Ah,
Righty-ho, on to the
wait,
clockwork.
I'm just gonna run
okay.
back a little bit.
Sorry, mate.
Yep.
Okay, that'll be an attack of opportunity.
Hello?
Yeah,
Am I in 15 feet?
yeah. You were standing
No,
here.
fine.
You were up one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can.
That's oh, go ahead. Sorry.
There we go. That's 15 feet. That's a paddling.
As a reaction, when that thing starts to move, I'll say, "You don't have the courage to come over here and fight me."
And one of its many torch-like eye appendages kind of goes, and the other one remains fixed on Kararuk, and it kind of goes. Is Kararuk moving?
No.
No. Okay. So, well, you get the least worst by what you did because you didn't get the attack of opportunity, but he is going to smack you.
Yeah.
He's going to try and bite you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh man! Then he is going to give a little slam for Char.
Yeah.
Blood.
I'm good. I'm good.
I seen the blood squirting. That was cool.
Yeah, and hold on, I'm just going to move Char. There we go. There's blood on the map. It stays there. There we go.
Cool.
Oh, there is blood on my machine. It's black.
Yeah. I did that to test it was working during the break.
That's the oil that these things bleed.
Exactly. I've got 5 different blood color types, so blood types. I was thinking about giving Char kind of goldish yellow blood instead of red, so, but I'm not sure. What color blood do Fire Genasi have?
I just hope it stays in me. I'm gonna go back, go forward, and just try and zap it once more because I can't just walk away. These things are just absolutely.
Karen's doing that.
Yeah.
Um, 3 on 2d8. Oh my good god! I am rolling absolute pony as well. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right, so I'm just sort of getting around there for cover.
Cool. Right, that Clockwork Abomination is already dead, so I'm going to take him off the turn order. So that leaves us with Borin.
Well, now my guy's dead. Coming out, finish off Deeps. One hit. Get in there. There we go.
What?
What are you doing, cat?
Nice. Good work.
Yay!
And that's it for me.
And
what
I'll
is it,
have
please?
dexterity saves from Deep and Borin, please. Only 7 apiece.
I'm still good.
And Deep, don't you have a ring of fire resistance?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
So-
you for that reminder. So let me look. Do I even take anything?
Half.
Yeah, you take half of half, I guess, so that will be 3. 'Cause it's like
Thank you, Kev.
then, unless Borin has anything else,
Nope, that's me done.
I shall move on to Pontos.
Oh, actually, is it bloodied? Is it bloodied?
Is it bloodied? It's dead. Look.
No, the opponent, the other guy. Nah, don't worry about it then.
He's not. We haven't been attacking him.
Sort of.
All right, rye bread.
Let's see what happens.
So I'm just going to measure the distance. Oh, 15 feet. Gutted.
Yeah, it's not close enough. Or I mean, nah, that's cool. Oh my god, he hit.
Yay.
Right.
Did you have any doubt?
Yes.
I literally just fixed this. And it's doing it again.
And I broke it.
Oh, you didn't break it.
That's how hard Pontos hits. He breaks.
There we go. Well,
Coffee breaks coding.
right. On to deep.
Okay. Go to there. Get advantage. No cover, no auto crit. Bard. Advantage. No bane plus strike.
Oh! Pain.
I can't hit anybody and nobody can hit me. Okay. No cover. Oh, not advantage. God! Okay.
At least it's not fumbles.
Yeah, that's true.
Get off of Cat, come off the keyboard, you little shit.
Kararook, what's the plan, my man?
Oh. So I'm guessing I've got a sneak attack and everything this time.
Sneak
he's
attack, yes.
engaged.
Did you hide last time? You didn't, eh? So you have sneak attack, but not advantage.
Alright, cool. Da-da-da-da. Oh, gotcha.
My God.
What's happening? It's all going a bit crazy and pear-shaped.
I might get the chance for a triple kill here at this rate.
You
Cool.
may at that. Okay, anything else from Kararook?
Yeah, can I put my bow away?
You can drop it on the floor.
And pull out my dagger, I guess. Cool. I'll drop my bow.
Okay.
Have those beetles done anything? Because he's right next to one.
Are those what?
Are those beetles doing anything? Because he's right next to one.
No, they're just
Okay.
poodling about.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't know if we had to go back and kill them as well.
So this guy is no longer zapped. He is going to bite Kararook. Because Kararook just shot him.
I missed. To be fair. Okay, I'm going to use my uncanny dodge.
And you mop up half the blood spatter.
And then he is going to slam. Who is he going to slam? I don't know. Nobody's laid a glove on deep yet. So let's see whether they can get deep. Ha ha! There we go. Bit of blood splatter for deep there. Sploosh. Okay, and on to Char.
1, 2, so 10. And I'm just going to try and do some finger guns while desperately holding my insides into the inside.
Oh no! Triple kill. Triple kill. Triple kill. Triple
At the
kill.
moment, I don't care who kills them as long as I'm fucking still alive. So take the kill. I don't care. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I am literally on fumes, and so you take. I don't give a shit. Just kill them.
Okay, Borin.
Oh, what? Oh, come on.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's a hardship. Oh, we really our hearts bleed for you there, mate.
Oh, crit. Ouch.
Tell you what, I'm using quick toss. I want to kill this thing.
You're using a what?
I'm using quick toss.
What's that? Oh, quick
maybe
toss.
action.
Okay. So, rolling at disadvantage because you're at point blank range.
Yeah. Hand axe. It's not giving me the option to throw it. It might be because I'm right next to him. Hang on, give me a sec.
It's not that sophisticated.
Well, I'm selecting hand axe.
Hold
It's not
on.
giving me the-
Hold on. Let me
not
have a
giving
look
me
at
the
it.
option. Oh, hang on. Yep. Okay. It's now working. Disadvantage. Yes!
Hooray! So, dexterity saves all round. That's what I will take away from this fight. The fact that fireballs by stealth. So, Pontos only takes 7. And Borin takes all 14. Chewbacon takes all 14. Deep takes all 14. There we go.
I take 7.
Oh yeah, okay.
I can't believe I managed to do that with disadvantage and a throw. So it's just like 1, 2, 3. Oh, I've missed, but been around and with. So I'll go one axe shot, miss. Second one hits, but as I'm going around, spinning around my axe, I pull out my hand axe and then throw off the cuff, left-handed, and then boom, and it's
Well, you had a better than 50% chance of doing that. Because you only needed to roll a 9 to hit, even with disadvantage. So.
Okay.
Anybody in the mood for a short rest?
Yeah. First electrocute them all, and this giant spinnaker is definitely not one of those, right?
Well, I don't. This doesn't seem similar. Oh, well, can I draw? Sorry, before I make an assumption, there, can I just do a visual investigation, just see if there's similarities to what we've seen before, as if this is something older, like just a almost like a dwarven trap.
Well, these remind you of some of the clockwork things you've seen.
Mm-hmm.
But this seems to be a higher form.
Mm.
I don't know what set them off, because obviously me and Deep shouldn't have set them off.
Why are you saying that?
Well, if it's a dwarven fortress, dwarfs wouldn't have set them off. They're part of the dwarven security, so...
No, I think they're installed by the gnomes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that.
Yeah, this is why I wanted to just look at it before making assumptions more than anything else, because these do seem more sophisticated than bolting stuff onto a walking corpse.
Okay. So what? They've discovered something. They've looked at the dwarf stuff and then decided to augment it themselves.
Well, looking at the beetles in the passageway, they were created by your clan before Deep. You were saying?
Yes.
So that's why I was thinking if this could be something that was already pre-existing, and whatever arcane triggers there were that set them off. Just because you're a dwarf doesn't mean you're guaranteed free access. It could be. Yeah, I'm sure there are dwarves that would be jealous of the resources that were in this vault in the past. So that doesn't necessarily mean you are guaranteed free access. So I'm just I'm curious. This doesn't seem to be like what we faced before. That's again just so if they're changing their tactics, we need to be aware of it. If it's something historical, we need to be aware of it to try and avoid it.
Right. Well, my axe didn't suck this into a nether realm, so they're 100% mechanical, I'm guessing.
Well, you could see that when they fell to the floor in a pile of cogs and gears.
Obviously, I picked back my axe, but are we agreeing to a short rest then?
Yep, you can short rest if you want.
I'm going to short rest. Oh, how many hit dice?
Is there a button for this?
There is.
Oh, there is. Yeah, found it. Been thick.
I'm just trying to figure out how many hit dice I want to use.
Let's try that to begin with. How many is that going to get me?
Oh wait, did I not do that right for Chew Bacon?
Did I not do mine right?
Chew Bacon doesn't have hit dice in terms of his character sheet. You just have to kind of assume he's got maximum for the moment, and then we need to find somewhere to record it, don't we? So where can we record it?
Okay, it's not. Okay, we'll do it this way.
He has eight d10s of hit dice.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, he's level 8 and he has d10s.
28. One more. 35. Okay, that puts up there. That feels a little bit better. Those things
Back in a second. 2 seconds.
caught me unawares.
Why aren't you working? Have I hit dice all the way back to normal?
Okay.
What isn't working?
No, don't worry. I'm not going to. I'm going to see if I can. First.
So that oh, you haven't rolled any yet. Okay.
Yeah, every time it hit me, it was over the limit of even casting a shield to protect me. It was just this constant, like, unstoppable hits that were coming down on me.
Yes,
but
it did rather lay the smack down on you.
Yes, I got a very sore bottom after that. I got a 12 for my investigation to see if I can pick up anything, whether it's looks something similar to what we faced, or if it's more from a different artistry or style. That's just trying to get a feel for if it is the gnomes or an old dwarven defence.
Okay, so
it's a 12, so I'm not expecting a huge amount.
Yeah, it's not working for me. I've selected the number of hit dice 5 I want to use, but it's not letting me. Short rest, hit dice 5.
Yeah, if you just go to your character sheet, where it shows your hit dice, you can just click there and it does it.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to do the short version.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I tried that; it wasn't working. So, but
What? Ah, well, it worked for Pontos.
For me, yeah, and then it doesn't work again because I can't do another one.
Ah,
Where is the button for short rest on the page?
on your character sheet, just below, in the middle, just underneath where it says hit point maximum, you got
Yeah.
temporary hit points, and you got the hit dice.
Oh, you are right. $12 takes me up to. I do one more.
Okay, I'm down to 5.
19.
I need to
It
update
hasn't
anyway,
added.
but I don't know why it's not working. It's nothing is working properly today. It was working earlier. Grr.
So I need to add 26 to my hit points.
Yeah, I was down to single figures after those hits from that construct.
Well, realizing that this is going to be a tough, I'm going to cast Death Ward twice, once on myself and once on Char.
Cool. Right. Death Ward. Let's have. Please, can somebody drop that in the chat? First time the target. Oh.
It's
Wow.
the same as the orc, half orc resilience.
That is pretty cool, actually.
Okay, my superiority dice go back up.
On a short rest.
On a short rest, yeah. Let me double check.
Oh, long or short rest. Yeah, fine. Okay.
Yeah, I also get my action surge. And let me just check second wind. Where are you?
I think
Yeah,
one of them is long rest only, but I can't remember which one it is.
I just read them. I think they both said short rest, but I'll double check again. %, we're good.
Okay, long or short rest for second wind. Wow, did you get them all back on a short rest? That's madness. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the other one again? Second wind. Superiority dice. There's another thing. Action surge.
right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a short rest as well, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, it's like it's because I'm good in bursts, but obviously I'm not good with the downfall of every fighter.
All right, well, let's go get into some more trouble.
Yes, I'm sure trouble will not be long in finding you.
Superiority dice back to 5. Yes.
Shall we go and find some trouble then?
Alright, left or right, or shall we split the party?
You know what? 2 to the side, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, and Deep is charging up ahead alone.
Well, surely Pontos and Chewbacca can count as 2 for one of the directions.
Oh, that's true.
We could go 3. 3.
Let's just go together.
But which way?
Yeah, I'm already headed left.
Left it is. Hang on. Whoa, why am I?
Well, let's be more cautious this time. Carrick, where are you going?
I can't
Why? Deep.
Oh,
So,
somebody crashed the sandbox. That's why it was not working.
I think that was me because I tried to move my guy and then the screen started going nuts.
Sorry, are we going left or right? Sorry,
Left.
left. Okay, because I was following Pontos and it went all. No one else was there. There you go. Oh, what the fuck are they doing?
Oh,
I think that's at least is that how many times is that?
are we still needing the initiative?
Oh, we don't need that anymore, so I shall close that down. You can minimise the turn order if you want to by double-clicking the top of it.
Well, Rook, do you want to stealth down one of these directions?
Oh,
On your own.
Pontos is going off on his own. Okay.
I don't know where anyone else has gone. I just went right.
Left.
Oh,
Left.
okay.
We're going left.
I've gone right.
Right, left down or left up?
Yeah, I was waiting for Rook to scout, but you know what?
I'll go up.
Okay, up. Cool.
Oh, I've gone down. What do I see? Oh, okay. So
You go down, that's fine. I'm going to stealth and go up.
Right, hold on. I'm going to turn on the bloody token lock in a second because I have no idea where you're all going now. So, here we go. Give me a second. I was kind of assuming that you would go the same way.
Well, I think it's we just seem to all like I don't know why Pontos is. I just took a left, thinking we'd go down.
Honestly, with this group, John, you should plot your dungeons like Final Fantasy 13.
Oh, what? As in every 3 steps something jumps out and attacks you?
No, Final Fantasy 13 is notorious. It's basically a hallway the entire game. You can only go one direction.
Oh, I've never played 13, but
We have a.
I am scared of what's down here now. No! I want to go down.
I know you do. I put the token lock on. Hold on.
So I've just rolled a stealth 25, so I'm going north.
Okay, but the token lock is on, so you won't be able to move. So hold still for a minute. So I now have to think about 2 separate areas. So, so you guys have taken. Some of you have taken the left-hand path. Borin is heading south. The rest of you look like you're threatening to go north. So,
Where's Pontos?
Well, really, only Rook is going north. Deep and Char, we're just waiting for him to, reconnoiter.
Yeah, just have the stealthy, light-footed, trap-finding, trap-disarming expert to just go a little bit in front, make sure it's safe, then we can follow.
Yep.
That seems a sensible thing to do, but we've got Borin going completely. And we've got Borin going on his own one way, and we've got Pontos and Chewbacca going another. It's like, okay.
what can possibly go wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Okay, so we're going to have to kind of take it in turns to do this because I can't keep track of both of you at the same time right now until we're all in a fight, and then that'll be fine. So, let's start with the right then. So, Pontos, what
Yes.
you doing?
I'm just following the
You might want to move
corridor.
the camera.
That is a good idea. Cha-ching. So here is Pontos, striking out on his own.
How did you even get there?
I don't know, if I'm honest.
There is a door to your north. There is a door to your south.
Oh, there's a door up here, is there?
Yep.
Can I open the door? Or...
You can open the door.
Yeah. Is there an open door button still?
There's an open door button. Yeah. Okay, you see a door ahead of you, which you open. Inside, here you can see a pillar. Aha,
Nice
yes, you can do
pillar.
that.
I don't know if we should be looking because we're not there.
I'm just listening.
What happens if I stand on that snake?
So I'll have a perception roll from Pontos and Chew Bacon, please.
This one perceptive pig.
Tremors.
Some sort of metallic centipede pulls up.
And what about Chew Bacon?
The pig not so smart.
Yeah, okay. And then we roll another roll that no one can see. Okay. There are things hiding behind the pillars.
Interesting. Oh, I see them now. I feel like this was a bad idea, but I feel like I'm too far down the rabbit hole.
Oh god, just run.
Run!
It's not
Run! Run!
Run in their direction, you say?
Oh, God.
Oh my god, that's
Okay.
good.
So I mean, I guess we kind of need everybody in the initiative order now.
Oh god.
Oh, okay. I guess Chew Bacon is me.
Is there a way to snap to myself? I can't find my token to roll initiative.
Oh, sorry.
Squeals of
Oh dear. Oh dear.
There
It's
we
okay. I'm not at full health, so it's okay.
You're not at full health.
Nope.
That's okay then.
I'm dead last, so I might just continue the way I'm going. Completely oblivious.
Well, I mean, the thing is that the Western Party are completely oblivious to what's happening to Pontos at the moment. So this is pretty much, unless Pontos comes back your way.
Get back onto bacon and leg it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Who am I missing?
I will be victorious.
Does this count as a fumble?
Nice class as play of the week. What's what?
I'm just looking for your initiative roll. What is Pontos's dexterity mod? It's 1. Okay. Yeah. So that means you get 19.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because I accidentally rolled as the pig.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay, so I mean, this how badly wrong do you want it to go? I mean, it's so this
like
clockwork
it'll be
abomination trundles around the pillar. Hold on, let's get the view back over here, and you can kind of see its funny steampunky glowing torch-like headlights focusing on you, and you can hear its various cogs and parts whirring, and it's gonna bite you.
Interesting.
It kind of reaches forward with its mechanical jaws, takes a bite, then he goes, I'm gonna slam your pig, and then he slams your pig. Okay. And then this clockwork abomination kind of comes around the corner going, oh, it looks like we're having bacon for dinner, he says in his strange mechanical dialect. And then he bites Pontos.
These are either strange mechanical creatures or Stephen Hawkins.
And then he joins in with the game of Slam the Pig.
Hopefully he misses the pig. Oh, okay, the pig can't take much more.
And he slams the pig.
Run, Pontos, run!
Then we're on to Char, who has no idea this is happening.
Mhm.
Oh dear.
While I'm waiting for Karuk to scout up, I'm just going to have some Eldritch or Agonizing Blast ready just in case any enemies appear, just giving a little bit of cover. And do that as a held action. That's all I'm doing.
Cool. Let's put the action button on top of you. There it is. Okay. Then we return to our friend Pontos, who is facing off against Clockwork Abominations. You can, of course, disengage. And that way you will not occur attacks of opportunity. In fact, since you are mounted, there's clever things you can do.
What would be those clever things?
Okay, so there's two creatures here that act together. So one of them can use its action to do one thing, and one of them can use its action to do another thing. So
Oh, okay, so I could hit and then he could disengage and we could run away.
yeah,
Is that what you were trying to say?
that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not 100% certain whether that is an accepted interpretation of the rules, but I am prepared to accept it.
Okay, so I could come back victorious and they would have no idea. Okay, yes. Yeah, let's do that. So, I am going to attack. Oh, that was ominous.
What was that?
It just suddenly went green.
Oh yeah, I was just randomizing the hit die. So,
I can't see him.
okay, that's one hit. Oh, crit!
Oh, yeah, man, you might be able to take these guys.
I should have stayed and used my flames.
Action surge.
Fucking hell. I mean,
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
don't do the action surge.
I think it might be better to get away because there's a lot more on the initiative roster.
But the piggy can still disengage, right?
Yeah.
And I can run with the pig.
Yeah.
Or-
You're on the pig, so you know if the pig legs it, you're going with the pig.
All right, fuck it. Let's
Well,
Let's
you won't be
action
able. You won't
surge.
be able to run with the pig because disengage is your action, so you'll only be able to do your base speed, but it's still pretty quick.
60 in that. All right, I'm gonna action surge. Let's see what
Cheers.
happens.
Do us fighters proud.
Oh, okay, that wasn't very proud, was that?
Better than nothing. You could have missed.
That is also true. Oh my god, just die. I would like to take it back as a trophy.
Okay. Oh, you don't get
Alright.
you don't get the claw.
Oh, of course
Nah.
not. Okay. All right, I'm going to disengage on my pig.
Okay.
And run 60 feet.
Run
whatever that is.
away!
One.
Brave Sir Pontos ran away.
That's
He
No,
was
don't-
not afraid to die. Oh, brave Sir Pontos.
That's not
He
60
was not
feet, is
at
it?
all afraid to be killed in nasty ways. Brave Sir Pontos. That is only 25 feet.
Oh,
You know the words.
I think that's right.
And they eat
Close enough.
mental, and there was match waiting.
I call that great success.
Yeah, it's great success. I like.
I think I could have taken the whole room, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay,
Wait.
so I'm
Second
going to
win? Yeah,
move the camera
second win.
there.
The pig was not going to survive that.
Oh, how fast do these things go? Hold on.
Don't tell me 60.
You on top of bacon, turn around the corner, and then just see those things scurrying after you.
On to deep.
Okay. I don't think I know that anything's happening, so I'm like, guess I'll lean against the wall, file my nails, and say, "Let me know what you see, Karuk."
Okay, on to Kararuk then.
Let me go and see what I can see then. So I did do my stealth roll for the back, which was 25. So just stealth 11.
Okay, that's pretty good.
So I'm going to go. I'm going to move. I'm going to go up the corridor, checking for traps, getting to the corner, having a little look around. What's over my mouse? Is this a door?
It is a door.
Awesome. Can I check for traps before I open the door?
You can. By the way, we are in turn order, so you, unless you're dashing, well, you can use your cunning action to have moved a double move. So
Yeah.
but yeah, at the moment we are still in turn order. So let's see.
So far,
Yeah, you can check for traps. You can give me a dice roll for checking the door, and then we will move on to Borin.
So this is going to be perception.
Yeah. This door does not appear to be trapped.
Sweet.
Also, it kind of appears to be open.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
damn it. Hold on.
Don't worry.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh, maybe I just forgot to put a door there. Okay, that aperture is not trapped.
Cool. Glad to hear it.
And we
It's
move
fine
on
up here, boys. Come on up.
we move on to Borin, who is in the south.
Hang on. I want to flip a coin of some sort.
You just have to put the slash before the R instead of the other way around.
I did that. Slash before the R.
Yeah, you did R/1d2. It should be /R1d2.
Slash R 1d2. Done. I've done slash R 1d2. The one do they even have d2s?
You can put whatever your number you want in for the dice. So it's only randomised on the screen.
It doesn't seem to be coming out for some reason. Did you? So what you want? I'm going to put it in quote marks just to show. So what it should look like is. Oh, there we go.
Okay. No, hang on. No, I've done it as a d4. So. Okay. I did the equivalent of flipping a coin. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
How did you do that?
Huh?
Oh, that's fine. Okay, it's weird because it only shows a straight line when the token moves, and when you measure the distance, because you press X to measure the path of a token, but it only shows you their distance as the crow flies. It doesn't actually show you the distance on the path that they took. So I was like, "What? He's flown through." But can you take a perception roll for me, please?
Of course I can. Is there a door at the end of my tunnel? Skills, perception.
Okay, that wasn't bad, but it wasn't good enough. So, you got to about here.
Yeah.
And then a giant clockwork mantis fell down from the ceiling.
Oh, God. Okay, then bring it on.
So
Guys, I actually do make the effort of sending someone deep.
and he is now part of the turn order. And that's
Right.
intensely
As I've only
frustrating.
just finished movement, do I still get my attacks, or has it surprised me?
I think it has surprised you. Hold on, let me quickly do a thing. Because you did not detect it, and it has jumped on your head, basically, so it is using its held action to attack you.
Okay.
You may then continue the move that it has, effectively interrupted by taking a reaction to interfere with you. So he is going to swing one of his serrated hands at you.
Okay, so can I attack or not?
Okay. He is attacking you because he has surprised you. You have triggered his held action. After the held action, you can continue with your turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I might be able to get 5 attacks in turn.
Okay. So, you may now continue.
Just make eye contact with Char. I think I hear something.
No, don't hear anything.
And I'm going to action surge.
Yeah,
Die, you little...
I can hear a dwarf swearing.
Yeah, that's no different there. That could be him trying to light a cigarette. It could be anything.
Die, 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 die.
It could be him trying to do his shoelace. It's...
So we've got 4 attacks there. He is a bit damaged. And then we are on to the Clockwork Abominations, who are going to start to follow Pontos. Then we're on to Char. So, are you continuing to hold, or are you renewing your held action, so to speak, or are you letting that go?
Well, yeah, I think that's probably close enough that I might hear a little bit of Tourette's going on. So I'm just going to sort of go to there, and I can see this do that. So it's like, that's not good. Let's just try and take care of that. And
Yay!
and we'll give it another one.
Good work, man. Good work.
Go, Char!
Are you going to carry on swearing down there or what?
Man. Thanks.
That was awesome. I don't even have to stop filing my nails. Nice work.
I'm just going to turn around and just take another draw of my cigar. Okay.
Dean, you want to come and electrocute this? Who wants to come and electrocute this one?
Okay, so we'll give it another 5 minutes, and then we'll have to start doing the awards. So that was Char. We are on to another Clockwork Abomination who is going to continue chasing after Pontos. We are on to Pontos. What's Pontos doing?
I'm on mute. Gonna make a mad dash.
Yeah, best kind of dashing is mad dashing.
Or not pebble dashing. So I can if I dash, is that 120 feet?
Yeah,
Yep.
Chew Bacon can use his action to dash, which would mean you went 120 feet. Pontos,
That's 24 squares.
Yeah, Pontos would still actually be able to take his action at any point during Chew Bacon's run.
Leap off the damn thing.
So if you had something to throw,
I do.
but bear in mind you're going to be far from it if it's something you need to recover.
Nah, I can just steal Boren's hand axes.
You will not.
They're normally on the floor somewhere.
Ah, I missed anyway. Right, let's run.
Oh, you didn't miss. It just says you don't have any hand axes, which probably means that I've cocked up something. And yeah, you have 2 hand axes, so meh is what I have to say.
I reckon that's a crit.
Just give us a d20 and add probably 7 to it. No, add 8 to it.
16.
So that is a hit. D6 plus 4, I think, for a hand axe.
8.
8. Do you know how many hit points you needed to kill this?
I bet it's
Clockwork
9,
Abomination?
isn't it?
No, it's 8. Exactly.
Is it 8?
Yeah.
That.
So
Turn around and charge.
that Clockwork Abomination explodes.
Easy.
You haven't moved the camera.
I haven't moved the camera. Oops. So Clockwork Abomination's rounding the corner, following after Pontos, who is about to skedaddle on the back of Chew Bacon, but Pontos turns around, gives him an orcish finger or two, and hurls a hand axe into the face of this closest Clockwork Abomination. That attack is enough to destroy the Clockwork Abomination, which promptly explodes. The nearest Clockwork Abomination is within 10 feet, and therefore gets exploded on. So he takes a dexterity save.
Did anything happen when my one died?
That one didn't explode. That was a slightly different kind of creature. So this guy just got a dexterity save of 13 against a DC of 14. So he is going to take 4d6 points of explodery damage.
Oh, good.
That's a technical term, explodery damage. And so, nice. That's a successful attack there. Very nice. Now you can run like a mad thing.
Yeah, let's do 120. How do I get the little arrow up?
Okay, every time I explain this, nobody seems to be able to replicate it, and I don't know if that's because only I can do it because I'm the DM, or because you guys have really bad mouse skills. But so drag a box around Chew Bacon and Pontos so that you have them both highlighted.
Yeah.
Click with your left mouse button, but don't let go of the left mouse button. Hold on to it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then tap the right mouse button while still holding the left mouse button. You are holding on to Chew Bacon and Pontos, yeah?
Oh, wow, okay, I see what you mean.
That will give you some arrows. Then, every time you click the right mouse button, you are adding a waypoint. Do you get it?
I get it. That's, we guess working now.
Is he doing it? Is he doing it? He's doing it. Is he doing it?
He is fucking off pretty quickly. Oh, there you go.
Yay!
Easy, told you I could take the whole room.
You are the first person who I've described how to do that to, who has actually succeeded in doing it, I think. So, I need to think of a new award, but the award,
a good student award.
yeah, something like that. There we go.
Just-
Just gave you inspiration.
Hey.
Okay, moving on to this Clockwork Abomination here, who is running towards the door, hoping to catch up. On to Kararuk, who is standing by the open doorway to a room. Somebody is somebody is helpfully outlining the walls for me. I'm not sure why. Okay, on to Deep. Not Deep. Kararook. I'm very sorry. Kararook, not Deep. Deep is next.
Right.
Kararook is now.
Sweet. So I'm just going to wander in.
Okay, I'll have perception roll, please.
Dun, 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 dun. Remember, I'm still stealthy. Hopefully.
Do you think?
I was born stealthy, I am. Perception. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So, as you are walking through the door, cha-ching! A creature with a held action who is joining the turn order in a second.
Am I supposed to be able to see this?
Um,
No, because
No, you won't be able to
not
because-
when you can see.
yeah, you won't be able to because Kararook and Deep can't see it.
Oh, okay.
But the people who are watching can.
Yeah. So here comes a nice little attack. It's a miss. Now you may continue your turn.
Okay.
A giant robotic praying mantis is standing over you. How you missed it as you came through the door is anybody's guess, but it was just waiting for somebody to come creeping through the door so that it could go and so it did.
Good luck, buddy.
So I'm going to use my cunning action to disengage and run away.
Very good. Which way are you running?
Back from where I came.
Damn it.
Why do I have a feeling I'm just going to be back here to the group? It's like, it's death that way, and death that way, it's death that way.
So far can I move?
What Deep? Is there any death around us?
Nah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there isn't any
Five,
death around it down this
10,
way because we just killed it. So
15,
come this way.
20, 25, 30. It's a deep chart. There's a big thing up here. I don't think
Come
it's
to
moving
me.
anymore.
We've killed ours. Come down this way. It's safer this way.
Okay. Seeing my friend's in trouble, I'll go ahead and pop. It's a dash. Yeah, what the hell. 50 feet up. Oh, hey, another one of those.
Yep.
That's it for me.
Okay, on to Borin, who is standing victorious over a broken clockwork mantis.
Camera.
Camera. Very cautiously, I'm still going to continue on. No,
Around.
I can't. Now that I know everyone else is 5, 10. Oh, hang on. Let's just get to 10. 15, 20, 25, 30. Cheers. Cheers, Char. I gotta go.
Okay, at the head of the round, I am going to pause us there. So that's the end of that fight for now. We don't have as long as we normally do for awards, so I hope everyone's been paying attention.
Yep.
So here they come. First blood.
First blood.
Who is the first person to hit something?
That was Kararook.
Harry.
Kararook. Okay, very good. So nice, easy award there. First kill. That was Chew Bacon, unless I'm much mistaken.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Got it.
Then we have. That's
My camera's off for some strange reason.
I don't know. I think for kill of the week, we gotta go Char shooting agonizing blast down the hallway without missing a beat and just puffing his cigar.
Longest
Yeah,
kill streak.
that's pretty
Kill
cool.
streak.
Hold on. This is automatically moving. So hold on. Stop it. Fuck off. For some reason it is. For some reason it's cycling through without me doing this.
Are you clicking anything?
Well, I am now because I'm trying to go back to the start, but it was moving through them without me doing anything just then. First kill, Chew Bacon. Kill of the week. Char, cool as a cucumber, looking down the corridor and going pew pew, just like Nate said.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
That was pretty cool. Then Yoink. So
So that's either Char or me. Char for
I would say boring, considering like Carrick and me missed that last mecha, just to allow someone to go skipping through, going 3 for me, 3 for me. It's like you shouldn't have even got that far.
Yeah, I was really surprised there. How am I going to be able to finish this off? And then 3 people miss all the attacks. Okay.
Yep. So we'll give Yoink to Borin for that one then.
That Yoink probably gets me kill streak.
Yes, I think it does. Longest kill streak of 3. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can have kill streak today. And next we have kill from the grave. I think that is also Borin because he got a riposte.
Yep.
What's my kill streak?
So, I think maybe we didn't need so long for this after all. On to damage dealer. So I'm just going to quickly scroll up and see what looks good. Somebody did a nice crit earlier.
I would say could well be Pontos there, because there was consistent sort of high teen damage plus a couple of crits.
Yeah, I can see a 26 with the flaming great axe against one of the abominations. 26 is the highest number I've seen so far. Yeah, I think Pontos is probably going to take this one. Okay. Best supporting role. I don't think there was. Was there much supporting going on today? We didn't do kind of bless or heal. Oh, Death Ward. That was a nice call.
Mm. Yeah, could well be needed.
We should rename this to the Appreciate Your Cleric Award.
Yes.
While I think about it, John, sorry to give you a project, but could you add like a token to signify Death Ward? Just because,
yeah, I'm sure I can. I will add that to my list, which is just about to mess up the cameras because I've just opened my Todoist. Other organisational software apps are available. Where do I add that? Okay, token marker for Death Ward. Death Ward sounds like it should be the name of some kind of
Norwegian metal death band or something.
Oh, I was thinking it might be some kind of terrible 80s movie or something.
Yeah.
Could be either.
Rock.
Fumble of the week. There's not been a lot of fumbling. There's.
Sorry, who gets support? I'm trying to write it down. Who gets support?
Do you need to ask?
That was deep. Fumble. I don't think anyone actually got a fumble this week.
No, I don't think they did. I'm just scrolling through. Can't see any.
There were some misses, but no actual fumbles.
Yeah. Okay, no fumbles. So fumble of the week goes unawarded this week.
Mm.
Valuable player.
Most valuable player. Well,
I think trying to solo a room and actually then just backhanding one as they go around the corner while riding off Brace Robbing style. It says a lot about the man, the legend that is Chew Bacon.
Yep.
And he was able to do the tracking movement, which none of us have been able to do yet.
Yep, that is pretty good. It's all about these two fingers here, you see. But yes, most valuable player. Yeah, I mean, okay, let's give that one to Pontos then. Or as most valuable player, isn't it? So perhaps So we'll give that one to Ryan then, because we don't. Normally these awards are given to characters, aren't they? But they should probably, in this case, it's actually MVP. So,
So just to let everyone know, Carrie got 1, Montos got 2. If we haven't awarded MVP yet, Charles got 1, Deep's got 1, I've got 3.
Different weeks, it all happens, so it's not the end of the world.
So you probably didn't. You didn't really get much chance to do much role playing today,
not this week,
because it was pretty combat heavy. But I don't know. I quite enjoyed a little RP moment that Chris gave us when Borin was going ahead and doing his dwarven stonework critiquing, and Carrot was just like, "Go ahead, mate, knock yourself out." That tickled me a little bit. So based on that, I would like to give role player of the week to Chris.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
And I think that is the last one.
Yeah.
So we actually have a couple of minutes to spare. So
it's a 3-way tie.
Here's a what? Sorry.
It's a 3-way. Oh no, hang on. No, sorry. I thought it was 3-way tie, but it's me 3, Pontus 3, Carrie's got 2, Deep's got 1, Charles got 1.
Yeah. So it's a 2-way tie then.
It's the fact that my 1 this week isn't for a fucking fumble.
Right. Well, lovely work, chaps. More of the same next week. I think we're going to be doing.
Put the party together.
I think we'll do. We'll probably be a dungeon crawl in for a little while because I'm in the mood for some dungeon. So So we'll have some fun dungeon antics.
It's cool.
Yeah, I think antics is a lot more accurate than crawl. It's going to be triggering 3 rooms at the same time.
Yeah.
Sheer chaos.
Well, it reminds me of the Dark Gnome Fort. That was a tactic, wasn't it?
We've never just blitzed and opened every door ever. We've never done that.
No one would be that silly.
Yeah, we paid off. We all had blessed. We were ready to go. We SWAT teamed it. This time everyone got lost. Pontos went right instead of going left. I went down instead of going up.
Yeah.
It does add a certain dimension when nobody knows where anyone else is. But
exactly, we do the whole Scooby Gang, and there'll be a whole section with a load of doors, and we just keep running in and out of them, and just the order changes and everything.
I don't mind going alone with Velna.
Yeah.
I'm just going to attempt to zoom in on the bloodstains for like the 2 seconds when that actually did work. There we go. So we had some oil there for the mechanical things, and then here's some blood from Borin here. Enjoy it while you can, and hopefully on the Saturday game this works absolutely fine. So I have a feeling that there has been some kind of update that is interfering with the attributes or something. But I will work out what the problem is, and hopefully that will work seamlessly next time. I was so excited for that. I was thinking, first time someone hits something, there'll be blood everywhere. Everyone will be really excited. Everyone will be like, yeah, we want to hit things because they bleed now. And
it doesn't.
And it didn't work. It didn't work. We just got error messages everywhere. So
yeah, because otherwise it would be my blood everywhere in that room.
Yeah. Oh, there would have been tons. There's like six different blood splatters of slightly different colours. We've got arterial blood, we've got venous blood, we've got everything. But
teeth, yeah.
But
you got the issue.
But hopefully I'll get that properly working next time. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed the session. I certainly have. And I look forward to seeing you all again in a week's time for episode 13. Thank you very much, all. And,
catch you later on.
Yeah, catch you later.
Bye.
Right, bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.